welcome to the last stop on the Superpowered Love Reading Tour. It is in honor of the newest Superpowered Love book, which is number 8. It's called The Takedown, and it came out on June 6th from Lucid. You can check it out probably down there in the post, and also at my website or just at Lucid's site. They've got everything there too, including a long excerpt, so that's cool. Instead of doing all readings from The Takedown, I'm doing one from a different book in each series at each stop, and so this final one is going to be from Nobody's Hero, which people who know me know has kind of a special place in my heart because Kellen's family is very similar to mine. I'm just going to read the blurb to this, and then we'll get underway with the last reading. Jamie Monday lives in 2 different worlds. With his family, he's the golden child of awakened, superpowered society. He's meant to do great things and pass on his powers, with the appropriate girl handpicked by his mother. He's already failed at the former, so he can't bring himself to tell her the latter isn't happening either. With his friends, he's the social director and life of the party. He's also an out, gay man with an appetite for the quick and easy lay. It's tough to have a relationship when you're hiding off-the-charts electrical powers, but Jamie doesn't mind. Not until the prickly, patty-rocking, geeky-hot new guy at work shows him what he's been missing, anyhow. Kellen Shea's singular combination of dirty mouth and pure soul makes Jamie spark right from the beginning. To break through Kelly's defensive front and get to the gentle heart inside, Jamie will have to reconcile his split life, come to terms with his past, with his family, with his powers, even his nightmares. Easier said than done, but if Jamie doesn't step up and own the truth, he could lose his love before it gets off the ground. So, oh gosh, oh, here it is. Okay, found it on my iBooks. Almost lost my own book. So this is, Jamie and Kellen work together, so this is just sort of like an awkward office moment. So, here we go. I rounded the corner near the copier, and my train of thought jumped the tracks. Kellen was on his knees in front of the monstrous machine, pushing tray buttons at random and swearing inventively under his breath. He sat back with his ass on his heels, so it became obvious that his legs were just as tight as I'd previously speculated. That was a pretty hard body he was rocking there. He looked up at me, sighing, mouth just slightly open. I thought, hey, while you're down there. And there it was, the inappropriate workplace boner. I ducked down to eye level and asked, problems? This served to mask my reaction well enough that I could be sure at least he wouldn't slap me with a harassment suit. He made that face again, the annoyed kid one. Paper jam. I can't find the fucking tray. There's A, B, and D. I reached out and tapped the side of the copier, as it happened to be near me, where he couldn't see it. The tray popped open, and I said, see. He scrubbed a hand through his hair, leaving it wrecked, and pushed his glasses up on his nose. Motherfucker. I couldn't help it. You know, Kellen, you had a mouth on you. He bit his bottom lip as if to keep from smiling. Sorry. Oh, don't apologize. Really. I rearranged myself as best I could without showing off how impressed I was with his dirty mouth, and dug out the paper that was causing him grief. Poor old thing. He'll work for anyone, but there's just no heart left in him. Him, huh? Wrong or right, men are statistically more likely to work for anyone. I fixed him with a significant glance around the copier. He shifted in a familiar way, sort of folding in on himself, still on his knees. He laughed, and a little dimple appeared in an unnaturally flushed cheek. I couldn't get a clear view to check the state of his package, but I didn't need to, other than just wanting a good look at it. I told myself to stop here, let it be, but something perverse pushed me onward. We can't help ourselves, I guess. No shit. His eyes crinkled at the corners. They were better than good. When he was genuinely amused. They were exquisite, even hidden behind the glasses. I wondered what he'd do if I stood, let him see how hard this got me, and then nodded toward the door. Would he follow me to the bathroom? To my car in the garage? Or would he just silently fantasize about yanking down my pants and sucking me off in the middle of the office? Maybe pulling me down on the floor and fucking my brains out right there and then. The way his flesh crept into his ears, I could almost buy it to be something like that anyhow. Always the quiet ones, right? No, this was anything but idle speculation. This, I wanted. Bad. This thing giving you trouble again, James? The sound of that particular voice snapped me out of my head so fast I almost got whiplash. I looked up at Amy Delmonico, read my boss. She's drop-dead gorgeous and wears power suits. Great sense of humor, but never steps over the line. Doesn't drink too much at the Christmas party. At her desk by 9 a.m. sharp. She's one scary perfect executive, I mean to say. Not someone I wanted to fuck with, but thank God she was smiling. So I said, yes ma'am. And then, though I knew I shouldn't, the perverse thing, probably the one on my pants, made me continue with, don't worry, I'll give it a good flogging. She laughed and walked on. Phew. Kellen said, now from behind a hand, can't help ourselves with that either, huh? Hell no. He chuckled silently as I finished digging out his paper jam, calming down slightly, but not even close enough to stand. When I handed over the crumpled remnants of his print job, he said, my hero. By that time, my brain was screaming at my dick to stop it, but this was definitely a libido override situation. I licked my lips, fixed him with another look, and said, at your service. Thinking, no really. Anything you want. Anytime you want it. At your service. His grin was blazing. He wasn't even pretending I hadn't meant what I really meant. He cleared his throat, made a useless effort to school his face, then stood. And though he strategically positioned the worse for the wear papers just in front of his crotch, god damn, he was filling out those pinstripes real nice, up and to the right. Briefs? Gah, the thought of him in a pair of white jockeys. What the fuck, weren't Irish guys supposed to be tiny? He spared me one last guilty grin before turning to walk away, leaving me on my knees, my cock impatient against the inside of my thigh, watching his ass retreat. I laughed at the completeness of my own stupidity, stuck my hand into my pocket to readjust while I made a big deal of getting up, and swiped at it just in case it was as dire as it felt and about to leave a wet spot on my favorite work pants. And then I went straight to the men's room. Thank God it was empty. I unzipped, got out my dick, and the relief, the thrill I got just wrapping my hand around it almost collapsed my knees. A few good, tight jerks, an outlandish fantasy about Kellen pulling out a mouth-watering hard-on under his desk and going at it at the same time, and my head was done in. I had just enough time to grab a wad of tissue paper to contain it, and I came harder than should have been possible in a workplace bathroom stall. I had to lean against the wall to bite my tongue to keep from moaning. I was just congratulating myself on one hell of a self-administered orgasm when I realized just how fucking pathetic the situation was. Not to mention creepy and wrong. But sometimes you do what you gotta do to get through the day. And I have to admit, the rest of it went a lot smoother. So there's Jamie being an idiot. Good times. Good times. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. If you go back and look at all the other stops on the tour, you can also enter at those. The prize packages are really cool. There's like t-shirts, and it'll take a while to get because I'm going to ask for your actual size. There's notebooks, all kinds of just cool Superpowered love stuff. So, give it a shot. Why not? And make sure to check out the takedown. Thanks a lot.